So hi again.
Hi again.
Post-show!
Post-show time. So
Post-show.
who is responsible for the episode?
Yeah, I saw their name, and it was one I didn't recognize.
No,
So
it's Reed Harrison.
Where have I heard that name before?
it sounds like a very common sort of name combination, I'm guessing. Okay, so here we go.
Oh, okay. Reed Harrison is an American screenwriter and television producer. I can tell you that much from the get-go because he's on Wikipedia.
He's a story. He was also a story editor for The Simpsons and wrote the season 8 episode, The Springfield Files.
Let's
and
just go through some of his stuff. So he was...
oh, there we go.
Let's see. Sonic Boom was his latest work. Don't judge me. Strange Hill High. Never heard of that.
Pinky
2
and the
episodes of The Simpsons.
No,
Papa Don't Reach and the Springfield Files.
Wrote 2 episodes of The Simpsons, but also was story editor on 4.
Oh, there we go, yeah. We got Tak and the Power of Juju, which is a Nickelodeon show, also video game series.
The George of the Jungle TV series.
Is that the cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay.
Celebrity Deathmatch, 2 episodes.
And he also worked on Drawn Together.
Ah.
And Pinky and the Brain.
Really? Where is that? Oh, yes. 1 episode.
I thought I recognised that name from somewhere.
The Pink Candidate.
Yep.
Sure, why not?
He was also
what are we going to do tonight?
The co-producer of George and Leo, as well as the producer on 1 episode of The PJs, which and also co-producer on Brothers Keeper. 3 shows I've never heard of before.
1 more Simpsons credit. He's actually credited for the episode Papa Don't Leech.
Oh, the lyrics for the songs.
Lyrics, yeah. For lyrics. You mean they have even more access to people who can write lyrics for music? No. But yeah, Brothers Keeper, PJs, the 1996 Clio Awards. What?
I don't think there's any explanation that needs to be given there.
Yeah, and also the 1994 Billboard Music Awards as a consultant.
Well then. So award awards.
The Awardy Awards.
Yep, in case anyone's forgotten about that episode.
Yes. Oh yes, indeed. It was one of the Sticks ones, wasn't it?
Yep, My Fair Stixie.
My Fair Stixie.
See, the thing is that we've had so many episodes already that we're already starting to like trying to remember past earlier episodes. It's been
like,
Remember that one episode that contained that one thing, and everyone laughed at that thing?
Oh, that one thing was so funny. They should bring that one thing back.
Yeah, they can call it one thing.
One thing to rule them all.
Yep.
Right. So that was storyboard by Patrick Schwerdle.
That's a fun name to say.
Should I say no 10 times before I was drunk?
Well, I mean, I don't drink, so that...
Well, tough. You're going to drink now, Tanner.
Maybe drunk with power.
Apparently, also, one of the notes from the writers, apparently, we also know who did the voice of the process server in the episode today. 2 guesses.
Is it Fry Billburger?
Sure, we'll go with that.
And he also does Comedy Chimp.
No, that's Bill Fryberger. That's a completely different individual.
Oh, whoa, sorry. I'm confused.
Also, Alan actually explains why there was an impromptu dance party in the episode.
If I remember right, reasons, yeah?
Yeah, because reasons.
Alright, I found, for some reason, he doesn't appear otherwise in a normal search. Patrick, various art credits, nothing really I can see, really.
Yeah, someone's been having cars drive through the room this entire time.
It's me. I don't know why. It's
okay.
Do apologise.
It must be all the people that are rushing to hear the commentary.
Quite possibly. Go away.
If you want to listen to the commentaries, wait till it comes up on YouTube or our podcast, which usually is about the next day.
Absolutely. Actually, everyone seems to be going in the same direction, and they seem to be going out of town. I'm wondering if the place has been evacuated and not been told. So
You see, the bio lizard's
tune
been out.
in next week to the Sonic Boom commentaries. Well, I will be replaced by my charred corpse.
It's okay. It's just Cowbot.
You can't. In which case, I can take a leisurely stroll away then from art department credits. Yakari, Lulu's Islands, the Bellflower Bunnies as a prop designer. Woofy. TV
Woof.
series as a storyboard artist. Lucky Luke as a storyboard artist as well. Animation department credits. Layout supervisor for the Busy World of Richard Scarry. Spartacus and Spartacus and the Sun Beneath the Sea TV series, animation director from 1985. Art director on Forest Friends. A lot of French TV series, basically.
I was gonna say I've heard of none of these.
Yeah.
Well, it does make sense.
I think our combined silence to a majority of that would have explained that.
You mean you've never heard of Piff and Hercules?
Oh
No.
my god, how can you not heard of them?
Yeah.
Moving right along.
Moving right along. Yeah. So anyway, those are the people concerned. Right. Okay. So I have one problem with this episode,
Okay.
and it's a missed opportunity for a joke issue. So it's not exactly a quality issue, but at the same time, it's a case of why didn't you put that in? That could have been so funny. There was no joke relating to badgering the witness when we have a badger when we have a badger. Why have
God.
why was that not included?
That
Puns.
is many levels of brilliant.
Yeah, or we should just had that and then just have it writes itself. So you're badgering the objection. He's badgering the witness. Overruled. No wait, she is a badger. Sustained. It just
That would have made Sticks just panic, saying, "Get out of my head!" Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you can just have just Sticks follow up with going, "How do you know?" Or something like that.
And then starts attacking the judge. Kill it! Kill it!
Yes.
And you're like,
Oh, sorry, Your Majesty. But yeah, I just think that was such a glorious opportunity to have that. When we actually, how often do you have a badger in the courtroom? You know,
I don't think many people have said that sentence before, Kevin. You are very lucky. I think you have broken in that sentence into this world.
To be fair,
I should trademark it.
how often do you see an echidna as a lawyer?
Oh, all the time. Happens.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely
No,
normal.
that
I
happens.
mean, when's the last time you've been to court?
It's part of the law in this part of the world. You know that.
I mean, don't you watch CSI and all that, or Law and Order? always have an echidna.
CSI Angel Island.
I would watch that.
Every episode is just about someone breaking the Master Emerald, trying to figure out who it was. It's always Eggman.
Don't be silly. He's behind bars.
I think somebody tried to steal the Master Emerald. Well,
We need evidence.
Yeah, well, that's what they think. Yeah! Or just goes in to kick the rock. At that point. Yeah, CSI Angel Island. Can we have that as a thing? That'd be great.
Artists, draw something, please. I would be most happy.
Actually, there's a Greg hand challenge there, actually, isn't there, for a poster of CSI Angel Island?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a crime drama episode laid out sometime in the future. It's one of those
One of
those genres, you know.
One of the characters becomes a detective is like an episode, isn't it?
Oh, it has to be for sure.
But then which actually, you know what I would like? I like Styx to be like Sherlock Holmes, with the Deerstalker and have like Knuckles
As
as
Watson.
Watson. Knuckles is utterly clueless Watson. Actually, that's a thing I'd actually like added to Knuckles, not being Watson. Knuckles is, let's face it, clueless, absolutely clueless. But it's one of those things with shows that when you have a character that is, you know, thick as a post, that occasionally they'll actually come out with like the most ridiculously smart thing, or like somebody won't know a word and then like the really thick character will actually like give it like a perfect description of it, or they'll like solve the situation in such an incredibly smart way. Knuckles doesn't do that. And it would be nice that every so often that Knuckles actually came out with something that was very clearly that actually Knuckles was really the smartest one there. Or Knuckles figures out something that no one else can figure out. That would actually be a nice addition. But we're going way off. Tom, I'm going to come to you first, Tom. So what did you really think of the episode? What was your favourite bits? Was there anything that you thought could be better?
Oh, I've been really put on the spot here now, aren't I? Well, what can I say?
I don't know. It's your opinion.
Yeah, I know that.
If I knew your opinion, I wouldn't ask you.
How do you know? Anyways, no, it was a nice change of pace actually. Seeing how things were, I must say the Mothbot was interesting. Considering in the previous episodes now we've established that Eggman has some sort of obsession with making animalized robots outside of Sonic games. So obviously we had Scorpion Bot we saw for like 5 seconds in pieces. And stuff like that. So who knows?
Yep.
How the episode flowed itself was, I don't know. Usually, I would have thought Sonic and Colt would have had a bit more of a atmosphere to it, like from the background side of things. And also, it kind of made me wonder, where was Amy in all this? It wasn't explained till right at the very end.
Yeah, it was. She was away on a honeybee expedition or something.
It was explained then, but wasn't it? But it wasn't explained beforehand, and there was. Although, admittedly, I didn't notice. I didn't notice that Amy was missing until she suddenly turned up, and I was like, "Oh, she's not been here."
Yeah, I don't really. No, I was gonna say, like, I didn't really notice because the episode was just entertaining me that much that you know an episode did well when you don't really notice the character's absence because they are entertaining you enough to the point where it's like it's not in your mind. And that's something I can appreciate.
I guess another thing, if anything, it wasn't so much I found it funny or that, because some of the jokes I thought felt a bit flat in my personal opinion, but it was very, other than it being, and Knuckles more or less stole the show for this episode with all the really ridiculous puns from him, as well as just his general attitude in the whole episode.
That's actually something interesting because, like, going into this, I kind of expected this to be an episode where we're laughing at Eggman the whole time, but he really didn't do anything in this episode. It really was a Knuckles episode. You know, it's like Eggman, literally, he was just in the intro, and then in the entire court, he basically just sat there. Maybe once or twice fell over saying he's in pain, but that's about it.
See, the thing is, though, is that in the court, the plaintiff doesn't really do most of the talking. It's usually his lawyer. That's the thing, though. Is why
but we didn't realise that at the time, did we? And it's set up. You're right. The setup is such that you think it's going to be a very Eggman related episode, but as you point out.
Yeah, the lawyer tends to do all the talking.
Because remember, when we had our episode with the lovely Bill himself doing commentary with us, and we mentioned this episode directly, and he corrected us, because originally we was under the presumption...
Yeah, because IMDb listed Styx, like, first and foremost, and then it was like Dr. Eggman, and then it was like everyone else was like, you know, whatever listed down there. Which thus indicated, at least via that it would be a Styx episode.
But then again, if we think back, going back to the episode, Styx did actually have quite a big role in it, as she was like probably the third most chatted character in the episode, besides Barker and Knuckles.
Well, this was, I think, one of the first times that Styx wasn't proved right. We didn't see, Eggman's like the Eggmobile as it flew away, just start making radios, start playing really bizarre songs or something.
Yeah, I was going to mention that in the commentary too. It's like we did not see Styx at all get proven right this time, which was a nice change. Like in this case, it was just like she just made things worse. Actually,
everybody made it worse for Sonic.
Knuckles made it worse. Tails made it worse a little.
Styx made it worse. And Sonic
made it worse for himself.
Yeah, Sonic himself made it worse. The only person who didn't make it worse wasn't there for the entire episode.
Well, Amy didn't really have much of a... Actually, the one thing was Amy's solution wasn't to prove Sonic innocent. It was just... Amy's solution was just to come in and threaten people. So...
Yeah.
And then the other... just as we talked in the episode, I guess the only technical thing, which is just something that very, very nitpicky, is obviously one scene, when we see Amy enter the room, she actually came through a window. Next scene,
at least it appeared to be, yeah.
Because that's just a nitpicky thing. Because if you look at every other like window-esque door in that room, they all had curtains. When Amy's standing in front of it, had curtains. Also,
when the Badniks blast in, Amy's to the side.
That's just
so Amy hadn't moved, but which would indicate that somehow she had come in through the window, or that she'd like snuck in and then like had stayed at the back for a little bit or something.
I like to think she was doing what Knuckles was doing when he was interrogating himself, where he was just suddenly teleporting himself repeatedly.
Teleportation, yeah.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo-wop.
Oh boy. Donnie, was there any other specific bits that you thought was good in the episode?
I love the bit with Knuckles and the light bulb. That was so funny. Like I wasn't expecting, like I didn't expect for them to actually treat the moth, the moth bot like an actual moth. So I wasn't expecting, and even if I was, I don't think I was going to expect Knuckles running around shouting, "I have an idea."
Yeah, I laughed out loud. Very loudly at that.
And that was not even like a minute or two into the episode, and already it had a big punchline that just made me on the floor laughing. Like, this was no doubt one of my favorite episodes, definitely among the top 5, maybe even the top 3. It's like between that Evil Genius, can an evil genius crash on your couch for a few weeks, and the meteor, that was indeed one of my favorites. And I love how they poked fun at the anticlimactic endings too at the end, which means now I don't have any reason to really complain about the rushed endings or anticlimactic endings, because they kind of poked fun at it and made me feel like, okay, they kind of know.
Oh, dear. Right, Tanner.
Hello.
What did you think?
I mean, everything I think has pretty much been said at this point. I guess I'll just quickly go over it again. Great episode. I know people knock Knuckles, for the fact that it's that he's so stupid. I think it's hilarious. There are people out there who outright hate Flanderization of characters, where they just take one small part of their personality and stretch it to be their entire personality in spin-off media and such. I know some people absolutely hate that, like the people who hate Teen Titans Go and stuff like that. I think it's funny. I think a little self-awareness is always nice, or self-awareness rather. That's a word. It's nice to have. And I mean, in this episode, it's like we get some really funny lines with Knuckles being really stupid, and the fact that Sonic chose him as his lawyer because it's like, this is just going to be an easy win court case. It's like, that's funny for like both of them. Sonic's recklessness being totally Flanderized and Knuckles' stupidity. Like, it works well. The only character, and I was reading this recently on Twitter, Not Twitter, Tumblr, which I never look up Sonic stuff on Tumblr. Just a warning. But I do because I hate myself. There was someone on there complaining about how Amy, despite being like she was supposed to be changed from the damsel in distress, from the mainline Sonic universe to being supposedly like the super action girl, independent woman thing. And they were complaining, saying like that never has happened yet. We're like 18 episodes in, and she's almost worse than the mainline ones where it's like, they're making jokes about her with the bees and the charity work. And I guess it's a fair point because like we haven't really had a moment like this was the closest to like where Amy that I can think of. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where Amy really kind of does something action-y. Like it really feels like, and I sort of agree. Like it feels kind of sad that they wanted to make Amy this powerful character, and yet she's really not in this. Like she comes in and whacks her hammer. And like I don't know.
I disagree.
Let me see if I could pull up the post.
The only reason I say I disagree is that they've made it that she is strong and independent. No one will mess with her still. Amy being the damsel in distress actually hasn't been a part of Sonic for a long time, surely.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So that's a bit weird. I mean, the last episode, Amy was. It was Amy and Sonic who sort of came in at the end of the day and did all the kick-ass action. We've had there's been various. She holds her own in the fights, and again in the Boom universe, it's like nobody crosses Amy, just because there's. I mean, actually, I think one of the Boom comics show how she's like when she loses the hammer.
Yes, yeah, that happens.
Volume 2, 3,
3. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, Amy is quite capable of badassery.
Yes.
Actually, although going back to what you said about the self-awareness, because we had another self-awareness moment with Barker's speech. And with him saying battles Eggman, would you say it's nearly formulaic in terms of the regularity? That was nice. But yeah, I don't get what they're saying in terms of Amy there. But
well, what it went on to say was basically like after Sonic Adventure, like even during Sonic Adventure, she stops being this damsel in distress and becomes like an action character, but it feels like Sonic Boom is regressing on it. So I still can't find this post. Do not search Sonic Boom Amy on Tumblr. I'm getting many very strange, very bad things. Can't really find it here.
It's like Tumblr is like an extension of Tom. It's
thanks.
Tumblr.
See, the thing is, though, is that it's not really regressing, though, because this is an entirely different universe. Like, it's not the same. This Amy is not the same as the one from...
Yeah. Also, these are an extension of Boom Universe, and Shattered Crystal, the very beginning of it, is entirely about... Yeah, Amy, you end up having to rescue Amy in that game, but the beginning of it, she's holding her own. She's battling Lyric on her own and is quite capable of handling herself. It's a strange one. Also, you said Bill Freiberger wasn't in this, and he is.
Yeah, I said Bill Freiberger was in it. Well, you call him Frill Freiberger or something like that.
No, he's there. He's nice. Anyway,
yeah.
Let's not search. Tyler, don't just strain yourself and
I'm never going to find this.
Tumblr, yeah, don't worry about it.
Gone forever.
I like to think that Amy hunted the person down and gave them a sound beating. So yeah.
And then offered pizza.
So 4 days ago, everyone was minding their own business. And then we all found ourselves put in the Hunger Games for some reason.
Oh! I was wondering when this was going to come up.
Let me explain.
Yes, explain.
Basically, all around Tumblr and all sorts of other meme sharing websites, I say with air quotation marks, people have been doing this thing where you put in all your characters and then they fight in the Hunger Games. And so I thought, hey, how great would it be to have like the Sonic Show people? The only problem is we don't have 24 people. So I put all the Sonic Show people, all the guests we've had, and then I'm like, okay, we're going to just throw in like, I don't know, throw in Roger Craig Smith and throw in, because we had Mike Pollock, of course, so his partner would be Roger Craig Smith, and then let's just throw in the actual Sonic characters. And so I tried my hardest to fill it up, and then I just let them loose, and we created a story almost, if you will, with that had Well, should we do a play-by-play read-through of it?
Yes, I have this up here ready in the actual album, so it's all in order.
Same here.
So,
gotta grab it myself.
welcome to the Sonic Show Hunger Games.
Can I do the reading of the districts and their characters?
Yes, Tom, could you please go through our 12 districts and our 24 competitors in this first annual Sonic Show Hunger Games?
Thank you, Kevin. And today, as our lineup for District 1, we have Tanner.
Woo, love you, Tanner!
Show, and his companion, Tanner the Meerkat.
Woo, love you slightly more, Tanner.
District 2, we have Jamie Eggman, the leader of the Sonic Show, and his companion, Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik.
Yeah.
You can see I sort of tried to pair people up with people that they are sort of related to ish. No, I lied. I did put Bill Freiberger into this. I totally forgot I did.
Into that, Tanner.
I can't wait for you to explain that decision when it comes to District 6.
District 3, we have Zega Sky, aka Skylar, and his companion, Shadow the Hedgehog. In District 4, we have Donnie and his companion, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay, so that was literally just because on everything you're Donnie SP News, so whenever I look up Sonic on social media, you come up. So, Sonic Paradox News.
That Donnie done a quiz recently and he came up as Sonic.
That works too.
So, it was all according to plan.
Yes, all according to Kaiku.
Also, Alan just posted another tweet.
Well, we'll get to that. Let's do this for now.
The tweets appear in the post-show now if you actually see the video. So.
Moving on, we've got District 5 with Jono, our statue collector, and Michael's Tails Prowler. In District 6, and I do not know what you was thinking with this one. I'm actually interested to find out as well.
Yes.
Is Kevin,
this was literally
UK Ava, and his companion, Boobs the Bat.
This was literally just, okay, we have two that we have to use. Let's just put them together.
Oh, you've got to use me.
I would have thought you would have put Sticks, because Kevin got Sticks in the quiz.
Why didn't you just put Rouge next to me? Because Rouge.
Anyway, with District 6 is apparently me and Rouge the Bat, because reasons. We're having
District
a dance
7.
party.
One I think we should all take into account.
You
Me! And Knuckles the Echidna.
For obvious reasons.
District 8, we have Miles, the new guy. One who still needs to be on the chat.
He's been on one. He's been on one.
Oh, okay. Needs to be on more. And his companion, Evil, the Hedgehog. Original character, do not steal. District 9.
Okay, wait. I just got to go back to District 8 for a sec. We have the newest member and one of the oldest members.
That is very true, actually.
Oh, dear.
That is very true.
I'm interested to find out why you put these two together, though, Tanner. We have Evil Doc, who used to do some of the videos way back when on the channel, and Maria Robotnik.
That's a bit of a cheat because Evil Doc is two Evil Doc.
Okay. I was gonna split them up, but I don't know their separate names, and I didn't want to be mean.
Roger, and A-double-A.
And Alex, yeah.
Okay, well now I know. But it's like, have you ever gone to school with twins who were in the same classes, and after a certain amount of time you start referring to them as one unit? Like we had these two twins that we just called the Bitmen because it was like one. They were basically one person. So I sort of worked with that, where it's just like, you know, basically one unit.
This is probably a good thing that they are together, because if Double A was on her own, she'd just kill everybody, including anyone that read it. So,
Moving right along.
Sweet Maria Robotnik.
See,
for the Flash cartoon, you know the one with the finger in the
God,
mouth.
yes, actually.
Shadow.
Let's not go into that. Honestly, that was like the one thing I had to actually axe from the Summer of Sonic showing in that video, was because there is no freaking way, and they got really pissed off with that as well, that I wouldn't let that be shown, but just like, there's no way on earth you could show this thing with like Sega there. There's a visual thing, and just like, yes, it's gonna be Shadow, and he thinks, no.
Moving right along.
It's the same
District
reason.
10. Mike Pollock and his companion Roger Craig Smith.
For obvious reasons.
Shippings. District 11. Carbonamine. 456.
Carbonamine.
That's the one. And Sonic the cosplayer.
The two
people that have
respective-
been in the Sonic verses.
Yep, the two people, I versed Kaban Armani, you versed Sonic the cosplayer, so I put them together.
There. And finally, District 12. Alan Denton and his companion Bill Freiberger. So we have our 24 contestants and our 12 districts. We shall now put them against each other to see who will become the victor in the Sonic Show Hunger Games.
Right.
Are you all ready?
I'm so ready.
I
hope this is the right
Yep.
thing, isn't it?
And on the
the
count
order?
of 3, who's going to do the reading? Should I continue reading?
I'll do some.
We'll all do some, yeah.
Okay. Should we do
First
it in
off-
like page order?
Yeah, sure, let's
Okay.
go by page order. Okay, so first off, though, the very, very first thing that happens, literally, Tails falls in a pit and dies.
Great start, Tails. Yay.
It's
Dims.
Actually, wait.
amazing.
Should we put? We should get people to place. Nah, actually, never mind. It'll be too late. Everyone will be like, oh, I totally placed bets on this guy.
If you wondered, just in case you're wondering, Tails then doesn't magically fly back down from the top of the screen after this.
It's permadeath.
Permadeath.
Okay, so then right after that, Alan Denton searches on top of the cornucopia, which, for those of you who don't know, is like a big sort of resources thing in the middle of the battlefield, for those of you who do not know about the Hunger Games.
Boy.
After that, Knuckles, Evil Doc, Jono, and Jay share everything they gathered before running, so we have a sort of little agreement thing going on between all these people.
Johnny, do you want to read the next page?
I don't have the next
I'll do.
page.
I'll do. Evil the Hedgehog then grabs a sword.
Little sad it wasn't a gun, but I mean, there are no guns around,
No.
so he picks the next best option.
Mike Pollock runs into the cornucopia and hides.
Smart move on Mike's part.
Dr. Eggman rips a mace out of Tanner's hands.
That was my mace.
The question is it a mace as in like a pepper spray mace, or is it
No.
an actual club mace?
No,
No,
it is.
a
It is
mace.
a. Yes, it is a big ball of spikes on a stick that you whack people with, and their face explodes.
Speaking of, Rouge the Bat then rips a mace out of Donnie's hands.
No. That's not her
Why?
name.
I know it says
Why?
Boobs the Bat, but I'm just going to say Rouge.
Okay, so let me
Why?
explain. It asks for a nickname, right?
Oh,
and I didn't
God.
know how it would work, like where the names would be. So I just, for some of them, I gave them like actual sort of nicknames. Didn't know that that's what it would come up for in this. So that was Rouge's nickname.
It
Right.
would figure that would happen. That would actually happen.
Moving on. Sorry.
So many coincidences.
Oh, it gets better, Donny. Maria takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia.
Don't fear the Reaper.
And followed by Roger Craig Smith who receives a trident from the center of the cornucopia.
Under the
He's now
sea,
confirmed for
under the
Aquaman.
sea.
Followed by Sonic, who stabs Cabana Man whilst he's back his turn.
I'll teach you to make Let's Plays of me!
And then finally
Let's play this.
we have Skylar, Sonic the cosplayer, and myself, who work together to get as many supplies as possible.
Coincidence. 3 cosplayers.
Dun, dun, dun. We must make costumes together.
Yeah. Quick, the best thing we can do is dress up like these people who are here.
Quickly, I must make a suit of fur and then stuff people inside them.
Okay, at which point I clutch a first aid kit and run away bravely. Followed by Shadow, Bill, Tanner the Meerkat and Miles sharing everything they gathered before running themselves.
Alright, then after that, Sonic starts...
the events of... Hang on, what we just described just there was actually the moment the bell rang, well, the fire shots rang to say, games begin. And now we're on to the events of day 1, after supplies have been gathered. So,
Sonic stalks Alan Denton, which is really funny, because, you know...
awkward as well.
What was that movie with the guy who had his life written by an author? You know the one with wasn't Will Ferrell? Sort of like that movie that I can't remember the name of. Then after that, Donnie, Shadow, Maria, and Rouge raid Evil's camp while he is hunting. He's too busy focusing on his guns. Sword. To care about his camp.
So
after
Rouge robs from me and then teams up with me. Okay then.
Yep, that's just how life goes, man.
The next one, the next one, I think is just the entirety of Sonic Boom.
Bill Freiberger stalks Mike Pollock, which is really funny, and then Tom collects fruit from a tree like the Yoshi that he is.
No, I'm hoping it's all like Chow Garden style.
Just shaking.
So you just shake the tree and it comes out.
And all of a sudden Tom is like, nom, 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 nom. Wow, nom, nom, nom. Yeah, that's gonna be it. And then Tom starts colouring on the ground with crayons.
Now I can imagine it's like a Chow dresses Knuckles just having a temper tantrum on the ground.
Oh God. Continuing on. Tom.
Roger Craig Smith practices his archery skills with the bow and arrow he apparently grabbed.
He practices his archery skills with his trident.
Pour my invisible bow and launch trident.
What he did was he took a branch and then took some grass and tied it all together to make the bow. And then he just used the trident as the arrow.
He didn't even do that. He put some string between the 3 prongs and had a double bow.
Oh my God.
Legolas here. No scopes.
No scope. No scope Craig Smith.
Just him jumping and spinning in a circle, wildly doing arrows.
Moving on, Jono steals from Eggman whilst he's not looking.
A brand new First for Figures Dr. Eggman statue, no doubt. Available now.
Searches for a water source, as wearing a cosplay suit, is very, very dehydrating. And then finally, Tanner hurts himself somehow. How did you do that?
Yeah, explain.
Just imagine myself just running and then I sprain an ankle and fall down and I'm just...
Oh, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Tanner stubbed his toe on the cornucopia or something.
Kevin?
Right, so... Jay, our fearless leader, diverts my attention and runs away.
Jay, you're scared of you, Kevin, for whatever reason.
I'm probably hunting him down, saying, "Why have you put me in this?" And blaming him.
Either that, or you're wondering when he's going to upload the videos with the videos that you've put up.
Oh no, Tanner did that the other day. Tanner is a wonderful person, and that she did that.
Jason, I'll say, why did it take you so? Why is Tanner having to do it? Because you haven't done it. Because you, Jay.
Yeah. So he diverts my attention. Probably just went, "What the hell is that?" and then just ran off. Whilst I just looked at him and just went, "I don't know." Knuckles attacks Skylar, but he manages to escape.
Threw an emerald shard on the ground. Knuckles had to do it because the radar wouldn't stop pinging.
In a very unfortunate situation, both members of Evil Doc injure themselves simultaneously and in exactly the same way. Again, we don't quite know what happened, but I like to think that it is quite literally they injured themselves. They actually had a massive fight.
Just headbutted each other.
Yeah, just had a massive punch up. Miles then attacks Tanner the Meerkat, but he manages to escape as well.
And now the fun begins.
And then we have an arena event. Because we needed one of those.
Tanner?
Tanner, explain.
Oh no, I didn't choose this. This just happened.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know it just happened. It is indeed
Actually-
random. But explain what happens, because
Okay,
everything
so-
starts to go to hell in a handbasket now.
Acidic rain pours down on the arena. Now we're not talking like pH of, oh, the plants might die. We're talking about a pH of, you will burn, literally. So Shadow injures Tanner the Meerkat and leaves him to die in the rain, which is really sad. R.I.P. my fursona. Then Sonic the cosplayer, thankfully he survives. He figures out a way. We don't know how, but he just does. I think it's
It's
the
the
suit.
costumes. The
It's the
costumes
suit.
give
It
us a
saves them.
layer of protection from acid.
Knuckles,
Oh, God.
while running, trips face first into a puddle of acidic rain. So
No!
you can imagine what happens to him.
Now I will read this one, and Tanner, you have explaining to do for this one.
Right.
Sonic survives the acid rain, whilst Eggman injures Roger Craig Smith and leaves him to die in the rain. Tanner shoves Kevin into a pond of acidic rain, but Kevin fortunately grabs Tanner and drags him in, killing both of them.
You're coming with me, you bastard.
I just
Tanner.
imagine I imagine giving like some amazing thing of like, there can only be one, and shoving you in, but you grab me and pull me in.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh crap, no. And now there's
like-
zero.
And it's not going to be you.
Well, that was a metal
Double
face experience.
KO.
KO.
Oh,
The winner is Metal Sonic, though.
come on, we're not doing that one. Anyways,
Oh,
and finally, Miles injures Skylar and leaves him to die in the rain. A lot of leaving
Obviously
left to a
showing
death in the rain.
The superiority of who does the better top 5 video.
Wow.
He's like, I've not been on the show enough. I will slowly remove other people. So yes, thanks to Tanner, both of us are dead. Actually, both Tanners are dead now. Roger Craig Smith is dead, leading to presumably the fan base to rally round and want Ryan Drummond back or something, which is the usual thing.
So, continue.
Injured by an Eggman. Eggman managed to get his revenge in the end on Sonic, but the real Sonic, I mean the proper Sonic, is still with us. So moving on. Evil the Hedgehog survives
Yeah, it says.
because
It's okay. It's the Chaos Emerald next to his heart that his mom gave to him.
Angelo.
Angelina Jolie,
Angelina
yeah.
Jolie, yes.
If you're not quite sure what we're talking about with this, by the way, just look on the Sonic Show's account for Let's Play Evil the Hedgehog, where I actually Let's Play this game, which is the most
Or
horrendous
the
game.
the Slingerland video of the fan character letter. That's where it originally
yes,
came from.
Where that originally came from. But yeah, check out both of those. It's yeah. But
Art.
Evil the Hedgehog's mother is apparently Angelina Jolie.
And she's a slut, apparently.
Yes, by her own written admission in that game, which is very confusing. Bill Freiberger survives. Good news, season 2 confirmed. Boobs the Bat Rouge injures Mike Pollock and leaves him to die in the rain.
Cashew boobs!
Wait, who's gonna write the witty blog about Mike Pollock dying if he's on that one? Evil Doc shoves Maria into the pot of acidic acid, but Maria gets her bloodthirsty revenge by pulling both of them in, and all three of them die in a puddle of acid and disintegrating flesh.
Remember, also, they were on the same team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Betrayal.
And let's put it this way: let's put that 5 people are now died in that same pond.
Yes.
Just on the other side.
It's a bit
Kevin and Tanner, Evil Doc, and Maria.
There's a party going on and everybody's dead.
Tanner.
After that, Jay survives through willpower alone.
It's his quiff.
Yes.
Protects him.
Alan Denton is unable to find shelter and dies. I was hoping he could, write a script and put it above his head to just save him. Have each page the paper, protect him, but no, he didn't write enough. Paper. Then Tom refuses Donnie shelter, killing him.
Whoopsies!
Tom, I'd like a word with you after the show.
So basically,
I can't hear you. You're dead.
So what we've established so far is that both Tom and Tanner are not to be trusted in any way, shape, or form.
And then Jono trips face first into a puddle of acidic rain.
He done a Knuckles.
God damn it.
He did done a Knuckles.
He gone down Knuckles.
Ends the first day of the Hunger Games.
Yeah, and most everybody's already dead.
Here are the districts and the participants who are still alive. District 2. Both members are alive, both Jamie and Dr. Eggman. District 3. Shadow the Hedgehog lives on. District 4. Sonic lives on. District 6. Rouge the Bat lives on. District 7. Myself. District 8. Both Miles and Evil.
You're only surviving. You're only surviving still because you denied me shelter. That's all you did.
If I gave you shelter, would that have made any difference?
Yes, you'd be alive.
I'm nice.
You'd be alive.
Donnie, I'm not being harsh or anything, but this is a game of survival. Anyways,
it's also a game. It's also a game of you can't be trusted, so screw you.
Yeah, that's why I killed you. District 11, Sonic the cosplayer, and finally District 12, Bill Freiberger lives on. And the following people managed to get an actual kill in this day was Eggman with 1 kill, Shadow with 1 kill, Sonic with 1 kill, Boobs with 1 kill, myself with 1 kill, and Miles with 1 kill. Everyone else just survived. Now on to night 1.
So, night 1. Shadow tries to find other tributes, but is unsuccessful.
Damn!
Shadow, as usual, has no friends.
Maria. Oh wait, she's in that pond. Why?
Okay, oh wait, no, you can.
What about Rouge?
Jay, Sonic, and Evil have teamed up together and are sleeping in shifts. There's an unholy alliance for you, Jay, Sonic, and Evil the Hedgehog.
It's the Sonic Show's summary in a nutshell.
Sonic the cosplayer tries to find other tributes, but is also unsuccessful. Presumably, there was some sort of comedic moment where Shadow and Sonic the cosplayer were going in opposite directions and missing each other. And in another team, we have Rouge, Bill Freiberger, Eggman, and Miles, who are also sleeping in shifts.
What a motley crew.
And then we just have the one.
Yes.
Tom hides near the cornucopia for resources.
And that was it for that page. Because I get my own page, apparently.
Yep.
Lucky me. And now we move on.
It was just too much room.
That's fair. And now we're on to day 2. Boobs begs Jay to kill her. He refuses, keeping Boobs alive. Not sure why, though.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay, for keeping Boobs alive.
I think with Jay's personal preference, if he would have got rid of Boobs. Anyways, Sonic the Cosplayer, Eggman, and Miles search the arena together for other tributes. In an interesting turn of events, Bill Freiberger receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor.
It's Greg Han.
It's the spear of Alan Denton.
Yeah.
And Shadow the Hedgehog also receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Maria in spirit.
You sure it's not the Space Colony Arc or something?
Evil the Hedgehog.
Gun.
Evil the Hedgehog fishes. He just goes and he fishes. And then, sadly, Sonic severely slices Tom with the sword. Very much like Sonic in the Black Knight.
I love you, Sonic.
I honestly thought when I read that, I was like, if only I shot him with a fire arrow, that would have been perfect. Secret Rings and Black Knight in one sentence, but nope, that would be too much.
Feel the Caliburn. Right.
That burn.
There we go.
That Caliburn.
Yes. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Tom is dead.
No! Avenge me,
R.I.P.
Simba!
in pepperoni.
Indeed.
I am now pizza.
Miles sees a fire. We're now on night 2, by the way. Miles sees a fire, but stays hidden. Because fire bad, Sonic good or something. Shadow and Sonic the Cosplayer tell stories about themselves to each other. However, both are suffering.
After walking around the entire arena, they finally found each other.
That's a nice bit of continuity in a way that they actually find each other. They tell stories about each other and, do each other's hair and stuff. Boobs loses sight of where she is because
Her boobs got in the way.
Because presumably, and then to be on the fly on the wall on this discussion, Bill Freiberger and Evil the Hedgehog tell stories about themselves to each other.
Season 2, Evil the Hedgehog is confirmed for Sonic Boom.
Damn.
Wow.
Moving on, we have
Right
Eggman.
after that, Eggman sets up camp for the night. Doesn't do much, he just sets it up. Sonic passes out from exhaustion. He was going too fast for too long.
No,
and then
Sonic
Jay loses sight of where he is.
Sonic was just reenacting the introduction sequence of Shadow the Hedgehog and fainted.
No.
Never mind.
And Jay also loses sight though, yeah.
Moving on to day 3. Shadow tries to sleep throughout the entire day.
Because that's the only thing that will make him understand what happened to Maria.
Other than in the pool of acid. Then Miles practices his archery.
I hope he stole Roger Craig Smith's trident bow.
That needs to be a weapon now.
A trident bow, yeah.
Then Evil the Hedgehog explores the arena. And finally, Boobs receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. More likely the Rouge fan base to get herself clean.
Okay, so I googled trident bow, and guess what came up? The bow of a ship called a trident. I love you, English language.
Could be worse, could be the back end of one of our missiles. Continuing on, Jay constructs a shack and then spends an evening recording him painting the inside of it with various Sonic motifs. Sonic the Hedgehog defeats Bill Freiberg in a fight, but spares his life. Because this series is the best thing that's coming out of Boom, so why would he want that to stop? Eggman receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor who may or may not be Orbot and Cubot.
You can do it, sir.
That's true.
I believe in you! Well, that sounded more like Dave the Intern, that actually. Sonic the Cosplayer injures himself. Sat on the spike of the Sonic head that he was wearing at the time. And then night 3.
Eggman catches Evil off guard and kills him,
Hooray.
showing who is the true evil one. Then Shadow and Bill Freiberger huddle for warmth.
They huddle for warmth. So, are you going to add me
them...
to the series or not?
I'm so
I
lonely.
appear in season 2, right? Right?
You know,
I'm Vegeta.
God, you know they call me the ultimate.
Oh no! No, bad thoughts. No, thank you very much. Moving on.
Miles goes to sleep. He just has a pretty easy night. Then Boobs really wants to be killed. She just straight up, this is the second time now where she's begging Sonic the cosplayer to kill her. And he's like, okay, whatever, and kills her. But, like, this is the second time, and there's, like, puddles of acid rain everywhere. You could just, like, fall in one.
You could
Maybe
do it,
that's
Knuckles.
I think she's implying something else rather than begging to be killed.
Right.
Or killed in another context. But that's for another story for another day. Anyways.
Tanner, I'm glad you actually you commented this on the photo itself, because exactly what I was going to say. Sonic loses sight of where he is, and then Jay, in Oregon Trail style, dies of dysentery.
Oh dear.
Actually, no, just wait, going back for a sec. He didn't actually die of dysentery. What happened was there was another tribute who happened to walk in named Terry, and Eggman insulted him. So then Terry killed him, so he died of dysentery.
Okay.
Go home, Tanner. Go home.
Why aren't you guys laughing?
Go home.
Hilarious.
I will dub in some canned laughter for you.
Moving on to day 4. Miles
Heyo.
medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. The Ghost of Tanner.
That'll be the third Tanner, the one we don't know about.
It's the one that we're yet to see.
Tanner and not so Tanner.
Tanner Superior.
That's so Tanner. Sonic the cosplayer overhears Sonic and Shadow talking in the distance.
Tanner Montana.
Whilst Bill Freiberger fishes. I
Because you
must
need
say,
fish.
Sonic
All
talking
that
to Shadow.
acid rain fish.
Bill Freiberger fishes. Bill the cat. Big the cat
Bill the
confirms.
cat. Bill the cat. Apparently Bill's now a cat.
Why the hell not? Continuing on, Bill still fishes.
And Eggman searches water.
Eggman searches for a water source. However, at that point, 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Evil is dead. Boobs is dead. And somehow Jay is also dead.
Because he died of dysentery.
Oh,
Yes, totally. Tanner?
Oh yes, it is now night 4. Shadow hides near the cornucopia for resources, probably more ammo for his sick sword. Because, you know, you need ammo for a sword. Shadow the Hedgehog jokes. Sonic the cosplayer tends to his wounds, so he doesn't end up dying from injuring himself, unlike some other people. Sonic falls ill from contaminated water. That would happen,
no.
you know, with acid rain. And then Eggman destroys Miles' supplies while he is asleep. Don't know why he wouldn't just outright kill Miles, but that's still a major blow.
And finally, Bill is thinking of winning.
I just find it funny. It's like, he's thinking about winning. That's just it. He just wants it.
God. Day 5. If you're wondering, could we have some more deaths? We can oblige. Eggman follows his fellow genius in Tail, falls into a pit, and dies.
The same.
Remember, the
pit with Tails in
300 IQ.
Yeah.
The 300 IQ does not apply to actual practical knowledge.
Apparently not. Miles discovers a cave. Sonic the cosplayer discovers a cave.
it. Maybe it's the same one.
Shadow attacks Bill Freiberger.
For the non-inclusion of him being in Sonic
Yeah.
Boom.
It was a rough night. Shadow attacks Bill Freiberger, but Sonic protects him, continuing on from the Sonic sparing Bill earlier, and kills Shadow.
All the Shadow hate fans are going to hate this.
And the fan and part of the fan base then gets very angry indeed.
2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Eggman is dead, and Shadow is also dead.
So now we have
Five.
night 5, or is it night 4?
Night
Because it was
5.
day 4 last. Night 5? Okay. Sonic falls ill from contaminated water.
Again.
You know, it's... Again.
Again.
Yes.
There's a
Bill
lot of contaminated
Freiberger,
water.
Bill Freiberger tries to treat his infection with probably the medical... Did he receive medical supplies earlier?
No, that
I think
was Kevin.
so.
That was Kevin. That was
Oh, well, he probably stole Kevin's after I surreptitiously killed him.
How did
that work?
Then
How did that work out
Sonic-
for you?
Not very well. Sonic the cosplayer cries himself to sleep at night. Aww, it's okay. We love you. And then Miles falls ill also from contaminated water. Again, the acid rain will do that to you.
Moving on to day 6.
It's still going.
Go on, Tom.
Oh, Sonic the cosplayer receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Probably myself in spirit.
Dear.
Miles accidentally detonates a landmine whilst he's trying to arm it. And Sonic diverts Bill's attention and runs away. And that therefore ends the cast of the Sonic show. Now all we have left is actual characters and guests.
Yes, a cannon shot is heard.
Kind of sad.
And Miles is decreed dead. Sonic, however, decides that it's time that he actually did something else. Sonic's actually getting the most kills in this. Sonic shoots a poisonous blow dart into Sonic the cosplayer's neck, slowly killing him.
It's actually a preview of the next storybook game where Sonic becomes a ninja.
Yes, and then, without Shadow to cuddle up to, Bill Freiberger dies from hypothermia.
And the winner is none other, and I think it's slightly rigged in some cases, is Sonic the Hedgehog from District 4! Congratulations! You have survived this Sonic Show Hunger Games! And your prize is nothing.
And then Cat appears and stabs Sonic in the back and takes the ultimate prize.
Objection.
So we have now the final lineup of who placed where in the total grand scheme of things. So starting from the bottom, we're going to have Tails in 24th place, followed by Cabaner. Then we have Tanner the Meerkat, who did, quite slightly worse than me, who's actually a bit further up. We have Knuckles the Echidna in 21st, Roger Craig Smith in 20th, then me proper. Kevin, who we kind of should be placed at the same, but I think it's because he technically got the kill on me. Well, no, he technically killed me. That's one kill for him. Which, I think that, because whatever, numbers.
No, but it doesn't tell, it should tell you how many kills you get. You killed each other.
It doesn't say on here.
Kevin killed you first in a retaliation, but landed on you and therefore still died.
I guess it did sort of even out. Sega Sky in 17th place, Mike Pollock in 16th, Evil Doc in 15th, Maria Robotnik in 14th, Alan Denton in 13th, Donnie SP News in 12th, John O'D in 11th, Tom in 10th with 1 kill, Evil the Hedgehog in 9th, Rouge the Bat in 8th with 1 kill, Jamie in 7th, Eggman in 6th with 2 kills, Shadow the Hedgehog in 5th with 1 kill, Miles with 1 kill in 4th, Sonic the Cosplayer in 3rd with 1 kill, Bill Freiberger in 2nd with no kills under his belt. He went full pacifist. In fact, he could have easily won if Sonic killed himself, but no, Sonic won with 4 kills.
The murderer, he is. It's now Sonic.exe.
That was the Sonic Show Hunger Games. It took, I think, 40 minutes to set up, and was worth it in the end.
If you wish to take part in the next Sonic Show Hunger Games, please write in the comment in the description below.
God, no, please, no, Tom, we're not doing this again. No, it's okay.
I've done this twice now. I've done this for my own friends, and now I've done a Five Nights at Freddy's version, and the winner was quite hilarious.
It's fine.
Oh boy.
But moving on, that was the Hunger Games. That took about an hour to read.
Yep.
Yes, it did, actually.
Just like the actual Hunger Games novel. Ha 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 ha.
But anyways, back to Sonic Boom.
Yeah, about that.
Think, I think we're about done here. I think.
I think we are. In fairness, we kind of covered all the stuff we wanted to at the beginning of that, and then we had the Hunger Games.
Yeah, we spent more time about the Hunger Games than we did about something.
Tune in next week when
we'll all be revived.
There won't be a show because we're all dead. Gee, thanks.
The spirits of us will come back to haunt everyone.
Well,
next week's stuff. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, or resurrect us.
Maybe get us some tomato sauce for next week's episode.
Please do put comments so we can discuss what you think about Boom, what you think about the show, anything.
You can ask us questions about stuff.
Yeah, you can ask us like general Sonic stuff or general stuff, or like I say, we can have one of us read out your name in a sultry and seductive manner. Entirely up to you. But whatever the case, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yep. We'll see ya.
Speaking after the show, Tom.
What was that?
I said I'm speaking to you after this show. Damn.
I'm sorry, but Kevin and Tanner are no longer on talking terms either. So the Sonic Show is hereby split in half. One is Sonic and the other is Show.
It's Civil War. Sonic Show Civil War coming soon.